at our standings.
Because we have those, because Brett's awesome.
Going into round 2. Half of our... Well, I can't even say half.
Yeah.
Almost half of all of our players with 3 points, the other half with 0. We did have one tie.
A draw.
Yeah.
1-1-1. Chris Keller and Brandon Graves just kind of couldn't get it done in their match.
But looking at these names, you've got Derek, Robert, Tim, Lyle, Charles, Jacob. These are all names, if you've kept up with Modern Magic Mondays, you're starting to recognize these names. Maybe putting faces to the names as well. And then you have some surprises. TJ, Jeremy, Patrick. I mean, these are all fantastic players. But someone's got to win, someone's got to lose, right?
It's true.
Or draw.
Or draw. And it's round 1, so we do see this kind of break. Sometimes people get bad pairings. Sometimes it's the luck's in the other person's favor. Sometimes they just play better than you.
Yep.
And that just happens. You're going to get half them win, half them lose. But we'll see as it goes into the next round.
Yeah. Let's
round 2.
Hop on over into round 2. TJ saying, I play Tron, LOL, rip me.
Yeah, he is always getting that luck. And, ooh, what is this?
Yeah, this is going to be a fun matchup.
This does sound fun.
No, I like this is better. Fancy little iPad there.
Oh, yeah, no, you've got a fancy iPad now. I thought you were like the other guys.
Esper Gifts, piloted by Rob Cure versus Derek Suthers on Ad Nauseam.
The deck builder himself, Robert Cure, who we saw on camera for the No Ban Modern.
Yeah.
Did not bring anything innovative or super
if
out of
there
the
was
box.
something banned, and he got to play it.
That is true.
He got to blow the dust, about a couple months worth of dust off his card.
This is what I want to be on here.
Yep.
Some good old winter Drazies.
Yep. Give me my Ivugan.
Yeah, if you guys did not see our No Ban Modern coverage, we did do that on Friday. The VODs are up on YouTube. If you go to YouTube for Modern Magic Monday, you can see all of that exciting content and a little bit of different spin on Modern.
Yeah.
Because we got to see some cool Delver lists. We got to see that Blazing Infect. We got to see a couple Affinity lists. 2 different ones. We got to see Dragonstorm. We got to see the old school Eldrazi. So, some cool stuff.
They use the markings in the road as the...
Well, players making too much noise. Quiet down, players. We're the priority right now.
We'll have to check that each round.
Yeah.
But get those votes in. Let us know. Is it going to be Rob's Esper Gifts?
He says Phyrexian Metamorph is kind of okay. That's true. That is a nice little fun of in there thrown into his No Ban Modern list.
Or Ad Nauseam? Which would you prefer?
Esper Gifts, because it just seems more fun.
2 votes
Ooh.
so far for Esper Gifts.
I'm excited to see what Rob's bringing, because we've seen Derek play this deck before. It's gotten him currently 2nd place for Season 2 Invitational, which he missed out on Season 1. So this is exciting to see him coming out and playing and performing well. Nan is right for once. That is right. Ha! Okay, so we've talked about the Ad Nauseam list before. It's going to play Ad Nauseam, draw its whole deck, and kill you with either the Lightning Storm or Laboratory Maniac.
Yeah.
Those are its win cons. Esper Gifts, on the other hand, is basically like a control deck, but it's got.
This is the moment where I told Rob about the dice
Oh,
for our app as well.
He's having a good
super,
time.
yeah, super excited about the dice app.
I
don't know how many times they roll, but
but no, the Esper Gifts also has Reanimator package built into it. So Unburial Rites is a card.
You're right, it is a magic card.
Pay 5 mana, you can get a creature back from your graveyard, or you can flash it back for 4 mana. Which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
But you've got to get that into your graveyard or the creature in the graveyard that you need. So it runs ways to discard cards, and it throws things like Hellish Norn or Iona in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Sometimes Grizzlebrand.
Mm.
Just different variety of
Grizzle
big,
Daddy.
yeah,
Yes.
big dumb dudes that just make your day real bad if you're playing against them.
And Nauseam, Angel's Grace. I believe that's probably Phyrexian Unlife. Couple mana. Serum Visions.
Rob's taking a canter in his hand.
Can I do things with these? See, this is exactly what I like about Magic. Look how happy they are.
Yeah, right.
They're both sitting at 3 points,
Yeah,
having a
early.
funnel time. Rob says, "You know what? I think this hand works." I see some white. Is that? Here's a Seachrome Ghost for Derek. Serum Visions, draw a card, scry 2.
There's an Azora Signet in Rob's hand.
He's got Urza lands as well.
What?
Oh yeah.
So he's playing that version of the Esper's Gifts. Okay. Cool. So, with this version, you can ramp up really big so you can be able to cast some of that other crazier stuff out there.
Lotus Bloom. Suspended. Oh, I think he's got the Gifts Ungiven. Here is
Can
my...
I play dice tomorrow on screen instead of Magic?
This is power plan for Rob. Passes the turn.
And this is going to be interesting too, because a lot of people have seen Rob play recently variations of Tron.
Sure.
And he's going through the motions right now. He's like, I'm gonna play Tron Drazi for a little bit. I'm gonna play the Planeswalker style.
Super Friends.
And now he's on the Esper Gifts version of Tron.
Yep.
Which is
another Lotus Bloom. Okay.
pretty cool.
Draw for turn. Here's a tower.
Here's my Signet.
So things are a little bit different now. Derek's saying, okay, you got some Tron lands, but here's that Signet.
Yeah, if you're not as familiar with the list, then you might just be like, okay, is he on some weird version of the Super Friends version? Oh no. Is that
3? I think he's got 3 in hand.
Oh no, I think he only runs 3 in his deck.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Passes the turn.
No, that's not that big of a deal. I mean, that's like, it would help to have him drawing other cards instead of having all 3, because like having at least 1 in your hand is nice. But yeah, that's not all 3. You'd rather want some other cards like the Serum Visions or some more mana to go with it.
Ooh, Condescend. 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. So that's 5 mana total. So Condescend for.
It's only 4 mana.
4?
You have to use
there's a
one.
Signet. Oh, you're right. Yep.
You get
4.
2 off of it.
Yep.
Pay 1, get 2.
Counters the bloom. Here's
So
the Serum
you
Vision.
counter unless you pay 3, essentially, is where he did it, and he gets a scry 2 off of it. But Derek does debate his cards.
He's got an Angel's Grace and a Phyrexian Life in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's okay with putting those to the bottom.
Yeah.
Rob's not applying any pressure, but now that he's seen the Condescend, he does have to be aware of counter spells.
Right.
Here's a Plains. Pass the turn. And can I have this one?
And there's still plenty of mana open if he tried to fight over it.
All life totals healthy, both at 20.
Mm-hmm. No threats on board right now for either player. But again, Derek is not going to be the one producing any threats.
No, not at all. Here's a Watery Grave.
Watery Grave. Yeah, and so this is another variation too, because most of the Tron gift list are not running Esper. It's usually just the blue-white style. So this is definitely an interesting way for Rob to take his own twist on it.
Yeah.
Not to say like the Esper gifts is not a way to go, and there are this sort of style of it, Esper gifts in general, but I think most of the Tron gift style that I've seen is just pure blue-white.
I'm sorry.
Gifts
Ungiven.
Ungiven, which is a really unique card. Pay 4 mana. You can search for up to 4 cards from your library, and your opponent is what? Your computer really wanted to search the internet for what I was saying. That was very strange. But so gifts I'm giving you search for 4 cards. That was weird. So you search for 4 cards, you lay them out, basically like Rob is doing, and your opponent picks those cards.
Yo, Smitty110 with the follow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So he looks through those cards, picks 2 of them, they go to the graveyard, and the other 2 go to your hand.
Nice guy.
So, but you can only pick singletons. So he says, those go to your graveyard, you can have these.
Supreme Verdict and...
No, Sphinx's Revelation
Sphinx's Rev.
and Thirst for Knowledge. So Thirst for Knowledge, draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact.
Right.
But guess what? He can now sit here and play Thirst for Knowledge, pitching one of his big dumb dudes. And then if if he has 7 mana, he gets to pitch a guy.
Taxes for days with the follow. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Wall of Omens.
Alright.
Let's draw a card.
So he needs 7 mana to be able to do all that stuff. And 2
Oh.
towers, so still doesn't have the mana that he needs. But he could play Thirst on Derek's turn here. Draw 3 cards and hope to get something that he needs. Well, Derek can now start trying to do the ad nauseam plan. But he's got to be careful because that's a lot of mana available. And so looks like Rob's saying, you know what, I'm fine. I don't have the creature that I need to just throw to the graveyard, so I'm not going to waste my Thirst for Knowledge yet. He also has Planeswalkers in his list, so he can search for those with Gifts Ungiven and things like that. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He does have 7 mana now. So he's separating everything out.
Yep, counted it out.
If he's running mainboard Iona, that could really hurt Derek.
Oh, Seachrome Ghost. Well, 3 ad nauseams, 2 Phyrexian on life. Simeon Spirit Guide. He is
Pass turn.
playing very carefully.
And here's Thirst. Draw 3.
Just picked up another Wall of Woman's.
And there is an Iona. Main
Alright.
board Iona. Ooh, what?
Oh, Rob.
What?
Blightsteel?
So, yeah.
Blightsteel?
Blightsteel Colossus is... I like that a lot. Because he can cast it pretty easily with his Tron pieces anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just another way to bring him... It's another creature to just say, hey, surprise, I have a big dumb dude. And if he gifts with it, if it gets put to the graveyard, it gets shuffled back in. If his opponent chooses it to go to your hand, if you have all the Tron pieces, you should be able to cast it. But he's a trample, infect, indestructible Colossus there, sitting at 11/11. So pretty good way to kill somebody off.
I was gonna say here, if you get hit with it, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing a Nauseam. And Rob's sitting with a mana leak. And he says, well, I gotta at least try.
And he says, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Joke's on you, I got 2 more in hand. Here is my Iona.
What?
Black?
Yeah, I mean, that seems like the best plan. You could also call white, I guess. So all those ways that...
To protect your life total?
Yeah,
For
protect
casting
you
a
from
Nauseam?
dying.
Yeah.
But let's see what he opted for. With all this mana he's tapping, it's looking like he did choose black.
Yep,
Okay.
so Phyrexian Unlife comes down. Basically saying, go ahead, attack me with your Iona. This is fine. It's going to take you a lot longer to get through to me. Swinging in for 7.
7/7 flying.
Dropping Derek to 13. Lyle making a good point. Black's going to shut off both Lightning Storm and Lab Maniac Winds.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, looks like Derek's going to scoop it up here. Once Iona's out, it's like, well, yeah, I can't really stop you right now.
Yeah, let's
So let's
go to
just
game two.
But I mean, it also shows the power of Iona. Like, she's a good creature and really annoying to play against because being able to sneak her out for 4 mana is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, whose board do you want to take?
I'll take Derek's.
Okay.
So we've got 1 Hercules Recall, 1 Ratchet Bomb, 1 Conflagrate, 1 Pithing Needle, 1 Echoing Truth, 1 Engineered Explosives, 2 Holy Day, 1 Ethereal Haze, 3 Silence, 1 Rest in Peace, 1 Surgical Extraction, and 1 Grafdigger's Cage. And I'm fairly certain that Silence is probably pretty good here.
Silence seems like a good one.
Protect himself from counterspells that Rob's going to be slinging at him. I even like the kind of seeing now what Rob's doing with his deck, essentially, after the first game. I like, 1 or 2 of the fog effects.
Okay.
Maybe Ethereal Haze, maybe a Holy Day, or maybe both Holy Days. Also, I'm not against a Hercules Recall. Maybe just the 1 Signet is what we saw, but maybe he's running other... But I guess Hercules would hit...
It would all artifacts.
It would hit all artifacts, so it would affect Derek as well.
Yeah. I think that, like, the fog effects and silence is great, but he also needs to make sure he's got that graveyard interaction, where Derek doesn't care so much about his own graveyard.
Right.
So, like, Rest in Peace is great because it exiles everything. Surgical's nice because it can just get rid of a particular piece that's troublesome. And Grafdigger's Cage prevents creatures from entering from the graveyard or libraries. So, but I don't know if he wants to go the full Grafdigger's Cage route, where he could probably get by with just Rest in Peace and Surgical, and then that allows him more for the Holy Days and the Silences and things like that. Rob's side of things, he's got 2 Disenchants, 2 Spreading Seas, 1 Ghostly Prison, 1 Timely, 1 Ugin the Spirit Dragon, 1 Oblivion Ring, 2 Trinket Mage, 1 Tide Spout Tyrant, 1 Negate, 1 Engineer Explosive, and 1 Tormod's Crypt. So, let's see. I like Negate coming in. It seems like a solid one to bring in here. Disenchant is nice as well, because there are artifacts that you can take out against the ad nauseam player, like their prisms and their lotus blooms and things like that. Oblivion Ring might be something else to consider bringing in, because you can sit there and remove some of those as well. But, I don't know, Tormod's Crypt's not going to matter, because there's nothing really dealing with the graveyard. Engineered's not really going to matter here. What is Tide Spout Tyrant?
Oh my. 3 blue, 5 colorless. 5/5 flying. Whenever you cast a spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand.
I like that. Bring that in. It says target permanent, so you can just start bouncing his lands.
Right.
And bounce, like, those enchantments that are going to be out there. Which Disenchant also hits.
Yeah.
So I... Oh. It's like the table move. So I like that. It seems like both players have 4 or 5 cards on from each side that they can bring in for sure.
Yeah, it looks like he ended up with, on Derek's side, Echoing Truth, 2 Silences, Surgical, Rest in Peace, and I think that was it.
No Holy Days?
No Holy Days.
Okay. Feels fine without having to go for any fogs here. Rob making faces for the camera. I love the player cams. It definitely adds. We got salt cams. We got the fun from the players making faces at the cams. Like
It's a real shame we have to call them salt cams.
oh well, how else would you describe it when you're?
Oh no, I
It's like-
absolutely agree. It's just, it's real sad that it sometimes gets to that.
Yeah.
Tadranamos in chat saying Tide Spout Tyrant better than Elvish Nord.
Definitely in this position.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, definitely in this position here.
We're shuffling up. If you haven't had a chance yet, hop into that straw poll. Let us know who you'd want to see win. Is it going to be Ad Nauseam? Is it going to be Esper Gifts? Rob currently up 1 game with his I'm going to say brew, because you know, he's always doing something different. He's a gourmand, I would say, for Magic. He's always got to play something different. Shuffling up. How's that going?
I'm excited to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working. I'll show you the basis of my sideboard right now because it's not done. Because I have. That's my sideboard right now. How much is this going to 6 or 5?
Oh, we haven't even cut yet.
Oh, they were still just shuffling.
Yeah. Oh,
ready.
they're sitting there talking.
All right,
They're-
chatting it up.
yeah.
There's 26 minutes left. Plenty of time to get through some games.
3 Angels Grace. Active Negation, Phyrexian Life, couple lands. I'm alright with that.
I need to put 2 paths in there. A negate.
I hear it's the best card in Magic, Path to
I
Exile.
think so.
Derek says, I'm going to 6.
That's tough.
Rob may be keeping though. Or he could be getting distracted.
It's easy to get distracted. I mean, it's nice to see the players chatting and having a good time on camera too, because it tells you, like, or at least shows that the shop is friendly, which is nice.
Yeah. See, I hear it looks real good on laptops.
Mm-hmm.
And sticker.
You guys can win one tonight too.
All you have to do is follow the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us.
Simple and easy. We'll do a giveaway at the end of the night. You have to be present to win. And we'll make that stipulation because you won't be included if you're not able to enter into the giveaway.
Serum Vision. Oh, I'm sorry, Sleight of Hand. Man. It's because I just saw Serum Vision in this deck.
No. And Lyle and Patrick, I owe you stickers tomorrow. Remind me so I don't forget, because I probably will again. Because they've been sitting in my bag this whole time, waiting to give them to him.
Bearcats totally put my sticker on my laptop.
Nice.
Hashtag original. I hear all the cool kids are doing that.
I'm gonna put one of mine on my binder, my modern binder that I've got set up now.
Yeah.
It just seems like it goes well with that theme.
Rob almost with Tron assembled.
Alright, Prism.
Here's a Pentad Prism.
Pentad Prism.
Fun fact, that's the shuffling I've done today. Right there. That.
Ooh!
Yo! DMOHO76, looking for a sticker. Thank you so much
Thanks
for the follow.
follow. Glad you're liking the stream. Yeah, this is at least one of the fun things that we've been able to provide to you guys is nice little giveaways from stickers. Probably look into other giveaways and other fun stuff that we can provide to you guys as well in the future.
Rob at 18. Derek sitting at 20.
Wow. You know what's going to be really funny?
For knowledge.
When he says Thirst for Knowledge here and discards a creature and Unburial Rights.
Ugh.
And then plays it on the following turn. Because that has happened to me against a gift deck.
Here's the report.
And here's Iona.
Iona. Okay. Draw.
Hey, now he's at 4 mana.
Glacial Fortress.
Well, and
Wow.
Nauseam.
And Nauseam draw. Tapping 2, not 3. Just kidding.
Changing my mind.
Yep. Well, now that Iona is in the graveyard, Derek's got to think, what do I do? And rest in
Yes.
peace.
And he's got to hope that Rob doesn't have a counterspell here.
Rob.
Because we've seen some counterspells before. But.
Gotta send. Oh, that won't even work.
No, you can kind of send.
He's got
Oh, he does
prisms
have 2
and-
prisms over there.
Dark Slick.
Ugh.
Yep,
Yeah. No.
that's gonna resolve.
Oh, that hurts.
Sadness. Where is my Tidespout Tyrant?
Gotta cast these the old-fashioned way, it seems.
Dang it.
But that was actually a
Yeah,
really
you
good
did.
play for Derek, because that buys him a couple of extra turns now for him to get himself settled in and be
Definitely.
able to start getting that Nauseam going. Ooh!
Assembled.
Tron's been assembled. Blightsteel Colossus!
Go.
Get him!
The casters are not prepared for the infect. 2 Nauseams.
Ooh, a Pact of Negation in hand. That's nice. Phyrexian Unlife. Coming out.
And here's a mana leak.
Ooh, trying to get him to spend some of that
Yep.
built up mana he's been banking. I like that plan. And he'll say Pact of Negation. I'm fine.
Goddessin.
Well, I'm fine with Pact of Negation coming down too, though. Because, I mean, if he... Well, actually, no, I'm not. Because if he has a... There's the Condescend coming down. For... Oh, no. He's got Tron Assembled.
Yep.
So...
That's a lot.
4, 5... 3, 4, 5. 4, 5.
Enough that looks like Derek may not be able to pay it.
It could be for 6, actually. Because he should have one floating off of his mine. Well, but he gets to try too. Take the gander. Looks like maybe one of those is a land. He'll probably won't want. Unless he does have Blightsteel Colossus, then he does want that land.
Go! Give me another tower. Mana leak is now permanent. Oh, just kidding.
Mana leak is a permanent.
Alright. Draws for turn. He does have another power plant.
Another
And
thirst,
thirst.
for knowledge. It looks like he also has an Academy Runes, which, is a nice interaction because artifacts that you normally would be able to throw away, you can get back. But now that Rest in Peace,
Right.
that whole combination does not work.
Frustration on Rob's face as he looks at all his cards that he says, if this Rest in Peace wasn't on the field.
I still like him playing Thirst for Knowledge.
Just to draw through his deck a little bit.
Yeah. It's like, at this point, you can safely get rid of that Academy Runes.
Here's the thirst. Silence.
So, Thirst for Knowledge will still resolve. But this just means that any other spells that get played won't be able to get played. For Rob.
Disenchant.
Response. Yes. That gets exiled. Thirst will resolve. Well, sorry. Silence resolves, thirst resolves. Oh no. Oh no. I'm going to kill you now.
Just wanted to make sure.
Tying it up, 1-1. That was a good way to end it though. Silence. I like that play. I mean, I think I'm a big fan of Silence as a card in general, and it doesn't get enough play. But maybe I just like being a jerk to people.
You?
A
What?
jerk?
No. I don't believe it.
Okay. So Rob's taking a gander back through his cards to see if there's anything else he'd like to bring in. Trinket Mage in there is cute.
So like you saying unique or interesting.
Yeah. Well, okay. So like the reason why he's got the 2 on the board is for Engineered Explosive and Tormod's Crypt. So it's cute. Like,
It's cute.
like it's a smart interaction between those, but that's also dedicating 4 sideboard cards. I mean, 2 extra to help you search up the cards that you need. So like,
True.
I like it.
It's cute.
It's cute. What word would you use to describe it?
Oh no, I'm fine with that word.
You sure?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm fine with that word. That's just making sure.
Just making sure that's the word we're going to use to describe it tonight.
Do you see anything on Derek's side that you say? Because we know he brought in the Echoing Truth, the 2 Silence, the Rest in Peace, obviously, and the Surgical. You're fine with those picks?
I'm fine with those picks.
You don't need to see anything else?
No, I don't even think a 3rd silence would help him that much. Because I think he can get by without having to worry about the silences. Yeah. I think that seems fine.
Okay. So we're going to shuffle up. Get game 3 going. Let's check our poll results. Ooh, 1 vote for Nauseam.
Oh, is Derek in chat?
If you guys haven't yet, get those votes in.
Esper Gifts versus Ad Nauseam. So yeah, I guess Rob just loves all that extra mana from Tron. Maybe it comes from him being a big fan of Commander and like Soul Rings and all this extra mana that he can get. Or maybe just he's a fan of that kind of play style.
I think if Rob can play big mana spells, I think
He's
he
happy.
will. Yeah. I mean, look at Blightsteel Colossus.
I love it.
11/11 trample infect. Get
The
wrecked.
dice getting rolled again.
Oh.
I do like the way they like roll around on the iPad.
You know, that's just good programming.
It
Good
is.
coding.
Just reminds me of ice sliding around.
I believe the app is called M-Utility.
M-Utility.
Or Mutility.
Mutility. Looks like Derek's got some lands.
Ooh, Simian Spirit Guide getting scryed to the bottom. Here's a power plant. Passes.
Oh, True into a Prism. And he'll scry it out, and a scry land goes to the bottom.
Not interested in any of that. Here's an Island Pass.
Counter magic available now.
Yep, a lot of pass go. I see an Echoing Truth. Here's a Temple of Silence.
Ad Nauseam.
Yeah,
That
he's
can
gonna-
stay on the top.
He's gonna hold that all day because I see an Angel's Grace. Oh, Celestial Colonnade. Pass. Here's Plains. Here's a
Prism.
Pentad Prism.
And by playing the Colonnade, that means Condescend now won't work.
Who even knew Blightsteel Colossus was modern legal?
This guy did because I played it in Mono Blue Tron for a little bit.
And
Ooh, Disenchant.
Disenchant coming down. Oh.
Pact to Negate. Is it worth?
I wonder if he's thinking, how about I Simeon
Echoing Truth.
to Echoing Truth?
Cute.
1 blue?
For echoing? No, 2. So
It's 2?
he used the counters off
Oh,
of
gotcha. To protect
prism.
himself. Yep, there
Yeah.
it is.
Can I
So
have it?
let's play it again.
And he cannot condescend it either. Ooh.
Lotus Bloom suspended.
Okay. That's a lot of mana that's starting to get built up on
Yep.
Derek's side. Just making it maybe a little bit dangerous here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Rob having to play a little defensively now.
Takes 2. First blood of game 3.
Fun fact. I think every game Rob has been the one to draw first blood on himself. The price you play. Alright, draw for turn. Derek pretty much just waiting for that Lotus Bloom to come out. He does have
Cast.
cast this. Just gonna put him
And
in
Rob
line.
sitting there looking at the amount of mana and knowing that things are going to get real tough.
He says, well, yeah, I gotta.
Yes, we can try to fight over this. Gifts. Oh, condescend.
Condescend.
For 3.
Slow him down for a turn.
Yeah, basically saying Angel's Grace. Oh no. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Yep.
Wow. Just Derek helping Rob out. Oh,
Negative
39.
39.
That's a good place to stop.
And that's another thing too with that sort of situation where Derek's like, all right, I've got so much mana built up that it can get to the point where I can wait for you to try to counter something and then I'll go off.
Yeah.
So when you're only sitting with condescends as your counter magic, it makes it much easier to do that.
Sure.
And I don't know. It like Derek played really well. Like he knows how to play in those sort of controlling matchups there. Not sure we had -12. So it was cool to see that sort of interaction. Also, we got to see the Esper gifts on camera.
Yeah.
Which was cool to see a Rob brew, if you will. You know, there's been some variations of that deck floating around for a while there, but first time on Modern Magic Mondays. So
Yes, it has. That was the first time.
first time for L's, first time for
Oh my.
Esper gifts.
Keep bringing
you
it
know
to
what?
us. We love to see it.
New decks, guys.
New
Bring
decks.
them out.
I'm saying right now, after today, this
Mhm.
morning, and then before the stream, I gotta make this. You've got Slippery Boggles, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because this,
Oh, you want to build
this
it into play?
this Aura Swap deck is just gross.
Yes,
when
I
it
do.
works.
When it works, it's disgusting.
Earlier this morning, I got he was a 22, 23, I think. I got to do the conscription twice.
What?
Yeah, I didn't win.
You did not?
I did not. I was playing Coco. There's a lot of Coco online. Yeah, there's a lot of the infinite life, infinite damage floating around.
Red green land destruction incoming. Yeah. I love land destruction. Do it. I
Nice.
played Murder Pox for a while. So let's go slide over. Let's see our points right now. 'Cause that was
take a
round
look.
2.
Round 2.